Once again, I hope all of you have had a good Thanksgiving. Obviously, we are off these 2 weeks celebrating with our family and friends. Hope, like I said, you've had a safe holiday. You enjoyed your turkey. Yesterday, if you're watching this on Tuesday, the week after Thanksgiving, you might have seen the Mercedes Carrera trial update. Basically, it's been moved to 2024. There's a lot to it. There's a lot more coming as we are going through the podcast tapes that we've gotten. Some interesting stuff in there. And it's going to take a while to go through all of it and to filter. And we're trying to get a guest on that with legal experience on that. We're working on that. It's going to take some time before that. But moving on to another case dealing with another porn star. You know, we've covered this. And you think it was over to that situation. No, it hasn't. Ron Jeremy, basically, who had multiple accusations of sexual abuse. His case was put aside due to basically he was incompetent to stand trial due to his deteriorating health. He has an aggressive dementia, and basically he's been put aside, and he was supposed to go into a hospice according to the court. But what we found out right before the holiday is that no, he's being released to a private residence now.
Oh, well, that's only fair because after all, I did hide him from the what?
So this is an article out of the New York Post. I mean, we have it on multiple on Adult Video News and iBiz. This is one of the earliest articles out on there, but let's read into it. Porn star Ron Jeremy to be released to private residence amid rape case, deteriorating health. This is a report on that. Ron Jeremy, the former porn star accused of sexually assaulting multiple women, will be released from jail to a private residence as his health worsens, nearly a year after he was formally declared incompetent to stand trial. A California judge granted the 7-year-old's request to be placed in a private residence to receive round-the-clock medical care after no medical facility would take him, according to an email obtained by the Los Angeles Times. The ruling comes after Los Angeles County's Deputy District Attorney Paul Thompson shared the email with Jeremy's victims, explaining that his medical condition has deteriorated to the point that he is essentially bedridden. Thomas expressed his dismay over the final stage of the case to Jeremy and his accusers, saying that the ruling is beyond his control in the email, according to the outlet. I feel very bad. That is where we are. But this is beyond our control. His medical and physical condition deteriorating rapidly, and we are left with no other options, he wrote. I'm sorry that we couldn't get complete justice for you in the court. Jeremy's attorney shared that the private residence is still unknown. Concerns over the accused dwindling health concerns started when his criminal defense attorney, Stu Goldfarb, told a judge his client didn't recognize him. He's competent to go on, and he's not been proven guilty, but he's charged with a serious felony. What do you do with him, Goldfarb said, according to the outlet. Most importantly, how do you protect the public? And equally as important, how do you protect his civil rights? He ends up in a facility that is secure, so public is not at risk, and he doesn't have to be housed in prison. Jeremy has been in jail since his arrest in 2020. Jeremy, whose real name is Ron Jeremy Hyatt, was first charged with multiple counts of sexual assault in 2020 when 4 women accused him of attacking them in bars along the Sunset Strip in West Hollywood. Allegations against Jeremy exploded after dozens of women contacted the LA Sheriff's Department with accusations of groping and rape that spanned decades, including one allegation that accused him of committing a lewd act against a 15-year-old at a party in Santa Clara, according to the outlet. Again, why was a 15-year-old at an adult party? That's my question. In 2021, 34 criminal counts were brought against Jeremy based on the allegations by 23 women, the oldest dating back to 1996. The victims' age ranged from 15 to 51, with many accusing Jeremy of luring them in a small space, often bathrooms of the West Hollywood bathroom, and sexually assaulting them. The Rainbow Room Bar and Grill was allegedly the former adult star's alleged hunting ground and is currently being sued by several women for negligence over Jeremy's alleged behavior there, according to Rolling Stone. In February, the skin flick icon was committed to a state mental hospital in California after Supreme Court Judge Ronald Harris ruled that Jeremy was not competent to assist in his defense. When he was arrested 2 years ago, I would say he found innocent of all charges, Goldfarb told the Associated Press in an email in January. 2 years have passed with an additional discovery I received, and I believed he would have been found innocent. It is unfortunate due to mental condition he will not go to trial and have the opportunity to clear his name. He added, Jeremy has denied all wrongdoing. Now, see, the thing about it is, in the way these articles, some of these articles are written, understand this, and this goes from both sides, okay? We did not get justice for anyone, okay? Understand this. When you have accusations in the other, it has to go to trial. You have to, the prosecution, and I said this yesterday on the Mercedes Carrera trial update, the prosecution has to prove the guilt of Ron Jeremy, okay, that he committed these actions. You know, it's innocent until proven guilty. Remember that, folks. Remember, it doesn't matter what you think of Ron Jeremy. You can call him a perv and every name in the book, but like you and me and everyone else in this country, we have a 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th Amendment rights when it comes to this. We ought to get a speedy trial, judge, jury, lawyer, all of the above. As I said yesterday on that video, we did not get this in this case. He's very ill. You know, if a hospital did not want to take them, you know, and I haven't seen the email on that, I would assume it was either because he was Ron Jeremy or he's at the point where he's so deteriorated that the hospital is going to say, there's nothing else we can do. That's what I think that's happened, is that basically he's at a level which, how much time does he have left in his life? It's a shame, you know, on there that you have to say something to that nature, but it could be, you know, Ron Jeremy could be leaving us at the end of this year or into early next year, you know. And, you know, it's a shame to hear that when, you know, your mind goes like that. I've seen many people, you know, I've heard and seen many people that their minds have, you know, literally, you know, it's puffed off. And that's to a situation, this is something you don't want ever happening to you or your worst enemy, is to lose, you know, literally your mind. Plus, if you have health issues on that and that compounds on top of that, because, you know, there's the times you know, if you lost your mind today, you bathe, eat, medications and all that. You don't do that, and that basically brings down your health. So now, you know, he's gone to a private residence. Whose private residence is this? We don't know. We probably will never know. You know, sneaky media, they'll probably, one of these guys, that they'll try to find out where he is. I say, leave him the hell alone. You know, he's suffered enough as it is. I'm sorry, the other people, the women, are not going to get their time in court. But you got to say, Ron is not getting his time in court. You know, accusations versus facts and evidence. We have to have the facts and evidence. And, you know, we've seen already numerous times in the last several months when we've had accusations similar to this. And the judge has literally thrown it out for lack of evidence, or the particular person was lying. I'm not saying that these women were lying or any to that nature, but some of these accusations have some questions to it. And that's why, you know, you have to have a court setting, a trial. That's why we have that in this country. Other countries is you're guilty until you're proven innocent. And that's the wrong way to do it. And if you heard my video yesterday about Mercedes Carrera, you could see from what we've seen so far and what she has said from the podcast that there is no search warrant. The search warrant has no numbers on it. There is nothing in the system.
It's a fake.
That says that there was a search warrant issued for the home of Jason Whitley and Mercedes Carrera. She's in jail now going on, once we get out of this year, it's 5 years in prison with excessive bail, and that violates the Constitution on there. They've threatened, from the podcast that I've heard already complete, they said if she bailed out, they threatened to throw another charge at her. Who does shit like that? You're violating her civil rights. And, this is the things you're hearing so far. You're not hearing this from the mainstream media. You're not hearing this from the courtroom attorney, because her courtroom attorney is basically a court-selected attorney for her. She's not paying for this attorney. This is not her attorney that she's paid out of her pocket because she can't. But the thing about it is, you say, well, it's just because she's poor and she's evil, something like that. This is happening to a lot of people. When I tell you they've come for them or me, and now they're going to be coming after you, this is what we're talking about. We have people in our court systems that are not doing their job. New York is the perfect example. We have criminals going out of their way to rob, to kill, to deal drugs and all that. They get arrested, brought into court, and released immediately without bail. And what happens? They go to commit another crime after that. Meanwhile, you can't defend yourself because you have people out there that they've defended themselves, and there's a law in the books. Literally, there is a law in the books that you're allowed to defend yourself, but yet you are arrested and held in jail. Sometimes being called a vigilante for protecting other people. They're thinking you're another Bernard Goetz. But see, here's the warning to you. Here's the warning to you in New York and other states are acting like that. God forbidding that you get another Bernard Goetz or something like out of a Charles Bronson Death Wish, because that is what you are breeding right now. The courts are breeding situations where you're going to create a true vigilante. Mark my words. I hope to God I'm wrong. But this is what's happening. This is, so many people have been put into trial. I mean, they've been found guilty before any trial is. I mean, a la Alex Jones, a la Donald Trump, and many others. People say, well, you must, and like I said in the other video, oh, you must not like Alex Jones. No, it has nothing to do with whether I like his stuff or not. He was railroaded. The judge had already found him guilty before him walking into the courtroom. That is wrong. You don't like the guy? That's fine. You don't like what he said? That's fine. He has a First Amendment right like every one of ourselves. And the thing about it is, the media is the other half of this situation that takes some of these cases and, they twist and turn it. Perfect example is that Las Vegas mob that killed that kid. They're trying to freaking make you forget about that immediately. And the Nashville shooter, same thing. And, notice that they're basically, with Ron Jeremy, they're trying to make you forget it as well. But every time they come back with it, they're going to tell you, like what the New York Post just did. They said, oh, yeah, they're calling him rapist. But he hasn't been found guilty. Understand that. He hasn't been found guilty. He's had accusations. Okay? There's a difference. Accused and found guilty of. two different things. People have to put that into their minds when they hear these cases on TV. Innocent until proven guilty. You have to be proven by the prosecution, found guilty by a judge on there, and by a jury of your own peers that you did this crime. And that's if you get a doggone honest trial these days. Like I said, a lot of people have had bad trials and are trying to appeal them right now, this very minute. So tell me in the comments below your thoughts about the situation on Ron Jeremy. Do you think he should be put in a private residence? Or should the judge gone further and try to put him back into jail to the situation, which would be wrong to begin with. They can't keep him in jail. They're already keeping Mercedes Carrera beyond the situation on this. She should not be in jail. She should be out on either a low bail or out completely, so she can mount her defense. And the thing about it is, this is all coming down to a custody trial. That's all it is. If you think of the allegations that she's been charged with, this is coming from trying to take her child away from her by her ex. It all comes down to it. I don't have all the physical proof to that, but that's what it's starting to sound like. So until next time, stay strong, stay safe, question everything, because that's what they do not want you to do. That's why they're trying to take away your voice on the internet. Remember that. Keep that in mind. Until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching. Before you go, please comment, like, and share this video. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe as this helps the reach of our channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have that ability to help support this and many other channels. Especially now more than ever since the passing of a new law in the United Kingdom that will diminish the reach of many channels and affect our advertisers. If you wish to help grow this channel by financial support, you have two ways. There are two links in the description below. The first will send you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will send you to our gear store where you can purchase t-shirt, mugs, and other specialty items. Any additional discounts will be listed on the main page. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.